also known as the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, ended the Mexican-American War, which had been brought upon by American expansionist sentiment, domestic struggles within Mexico, and the Texas boundary dispute. John O. Sullivan's creation of the term manifest destiny explains the United States assumed responsibility to overspread across the entire North American continent and spread its democratic beliefs. From the end of Mexico's War of Independence in 1821 until the Mexican-American War in 1846, every constitutionally elected Mexican president, except one, had been overthrown by a coup. Such presidential instability made it impossible for the Mexican government to defeat the United States. In 1836, Texas won its independence and established an independent republic. However, Mexico never recognized Texas' claims of independence, and when the U.S. annexed Texas and admitted it into the Union as the 28th state, the U.S. claimed it as its own. The United States' action in this case only caused more problems amongst Mexicans and Americans. Immediately after the signing of the treaty, a debate was initiated in the United States in regards to the desirability of ratification. The treaty remained largely intact. However, Article X, which explicitly stated protection of Mexican land grants, particularly those in Texas, was deleted from the final treaty ratified by Congress. If Article X had been ratified, it would have meant that the U.S. government would have had to let existing landowners, who were mostly Mexican, remain in their land. By not providing protection to landholders, the U.S. encouraged the displacement of Mexicans. Mexican citizens occupying land grants in the ceded territory did not have perfect titles to their land. The majority of them were in the process of fulfilling the requirements under Mexican law. However, the frequent changes in administration and the notoriously slow bureaucracy made it extremely difficult for Mexican landholders to obtain clear titles. Article X would have allowed them to complete the process under the American administration. The way in which Mexican landowners and others were displaced and dispossessed during the 19th century is exemplified by the court case Pottier v. Dominguez. The case is important in Chicano-Latino history because it shows how the inexistence of Article X from the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo affected Mexican citizens who were now living on U.S. soil. The Supreme Court rejected Mrs. Dominguez's undoubted perfect claims under Mexican law because she failed to comply with American law. The court ruled that the treaty did not provide special protection for Mexicans who own property due to the absence of Article X, which read that all grants of land made by the Mexican government in territories previously pertaining to Mexico should be respected as valid to the same extent if said territories had remained within the limits of Mexico. As the winner of the war, the United States wanted to gain control over as much land as possible. Mexico could not refuse to sign the treaty because it was already at its knees. The complete deletion of Article X by the U.S. Congress is important in describing how the U.S. saw Mexicans. The U.S. not only saw itself as a superior power, but it also recognized Mexicans as inferior. The harmony promised in the treaty was never manifested in real life. Since U.S. Congress failed to respect the Mexicans' needs and ratify the treaty it saw best fit.